This is West African Voice Network.
Hello and many thanks for staying tuned to Newswave on West African Voice Network. I am Fatima Ibrahim. Our bulletin begins in Ghana as the country risks EU ban on fish exports over illegal fishing concerns. Ghana faces a potential ban on fish exports to the European Union if urgent steps are not taken to sanitize the country's fishing industry. The warning was issued by the chairman of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Food, Aquaculture and Cocoa Affairs, Dr. Godfred Seydou Jassa, during a stakeholders meeting in Accra on Friday. The meeting focused on finalizing a draft fisheries bill aimed at addressing illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing. Ghana has already received 2 yellow card warnings from the EU in 2013 and again in 2021 due to persistent IUU fishing practices. A failure to meet EU standards by 2026 could result in a red flag, effectively banning fish exports to the EU market. Dr. Jassa stressed the importance of enacting strong legislation to ensure compliance with international standards. In her remarks, Minister of Fisheries and Aquaculture, Emilia Arthur, warned that a ban could have devastating consequences for both the economy and communities, as more than 3 million Ghanaians rely on the fisheries value chain for their livelihoods. We head now to Nigeria, where 11 hostages rescued as the police disrupt kidnapping attempt. The Katsina State Police Command has successfully stopped a kidnapping attempt and rescued 11 people, 9 women and 2 men along the Danmusa to Maradangeza village road in Danmusa local government area. According to police spokesman DSP Abubakar Sadiq, the rescue operation is a major achievement in the fight against kidnapping and banditry in the state. The operation took place around 10:30 p.m. on June 8th during a routine patrol by a joint security team. The team included officers from the police, military, Department of State Services, Operation Sharandaji, the Katsina State Community Watch Corps, and local vigilantes. While patrolling, they came across a group of armed kidnappers trying to flee with victims taken from various areas. A shootout followed, forcing the criminals to retreat, allowing the security team to safely rescue all 11 hostages. Police say efforts are ongoing to track down the fleeing suspect and prevent future attacks. We turn our attention now to Côte d'Ivoire as protest looms over exclusion of key candidates in 2025 presidential election. Political tensions are rising in Côte d'Ivoire following the exclusion of key opposition figures, including former President Laurent Gbagbo and Democratic Party PDCI leader Thiam from the final electoral list for the October 2025 presidential election. Both parties have condemned the decision by the Independent Electoral Commission (IEC), calling it a violation of democratic principles and fundamental rights. Mass protests are being planned in the coming days. Opposition parties say the move undermines the integrity of the electoral process. They accuse the IEC and the judiciary of weakening democratic norms and creating conditions for an uncompetitive and unfair election. Meanwhile, former Trade Minister Jean-Louis Billion has declared his intention to seek the PDCI's presidential nomination following Thiam's exclusion. In an interview with international media in Abidjan, the 60-year-old Billion criticized the party leadership for mishandling legal strategies aimed at securing Thiam's candidacy. And to development in the Sahel, former Malian Prime Minister urges AES-ECOWAS cooperation despite growing rift. Former Malian Prime Minister Choguel Maïga has called for renewed cooperation between the Confederation of Sahel States (AES) and the Economic Community of West African States (ECOWAS), despite the recent withdrawal of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger from the regional bloc. In a Facebook post, Maïga explained that the move by the 3 Sahel countries should be seen as a difference in vision, not a complete break. He criticized ECOWAS for what he described as unfair sanctions, especially the embargo placed on Mali, which he believes violates international rules protecting landlocked nations. Maïga also expressed concern about the heavy influence of foreign actors in ECOWAS's decision, particularly pointing to constant involvement of Western partners in meetings, which he argued weakens the independence of African states. Despite these concerns, Mega welcomed a recent meeting in Bamako between AES representatives and the ECOWAS Commission on May 22, 2025, which opened the door to future collaborations in politics, economics, and regional security. Both sides agreed to uphold key principles like the free movement of people and goods. Mega, a key figure in Mali's June 5 movement, served as Prime Minister from June 2021 until his removal in November 2024 after opposing an extension of the political transition. His successor, Abdoulaye Mega, was appointed the next day by presidential decree. And that's today's edition of Newswave on West African Voice Network. For more news from across the region and beyond, visit wavn.org. You can also stay connected with us on X, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn at WAVN News, and on TikTok and YouTube at West African Voice Network. I am Fatima Ibrahim. Thank you for watching.